The president this morning warning Iran the U.S. will hit hard again tonight. Admiral Fawzi Miller, former commander of the U.S. Navy forces at Central Command, telling us now is the time to put on the pressure on all fronts.
I think we are back in a new phase. We've tried the negotiation, and we have been relatively unsuccessful in getting the Iranian regime to sit down and actually negotiate in good faith and sign the paperwork. But now I think we need to work hard to get the Strait open and to keep the pressure, the military pressure, the economic pressure, and the diplomatic pressure on the regime until they sign.
The U.S. pulling out all the stops today. Economic pressure this morning from Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on X, writing, the Iranian regime will lose the zero-sum game it is playing. Any damage it inflicts on our allies in the Gulf will be paid for with funds extracted from Iranian accounts. Any tolls paid to the Persian Gulf Strait Authority will be offset by funds extracted from those accounts. Every attack Iran launches will only deepen the economic and financial consequences it faces. Bryan Stern is with us now, chairman and founder of Grable Rescue. He's a career Joint Special Operations and Strategic Intelligence officer with nearly 30 years experience in service and a Purple Heart recipient and U.S. Army and Navy combat veteran. Bryan, welcome to you. What's your perspective on where things stand right now between the U.S. and Iran, certainly militarily?
From a military perspective, obviously we are far superior, right? The idea that we sunk the Iranian Navy and have been extremely combat effective at the tactical level against Iran should not be surprising, frankly. Obviously we would be. Obviously we should be. I don't know that anyone in Iran even knew, valued their Navy, frankly. So the issue is not at the tactical level. The issue is at the strategic level. Is both sides are thoroughly convinced that they're winning, and that is the worst kind of conflict to have, because there's not a lot of reason for either side to capitulate, to come to the table. We could bomb them till the cows come home. The reality is the Iranians have been around for 7,000 years. They're resilient. They've been through way worse conflict than this. The economic pressure that we're applying is very smart, and that is the answer. However, care must be taken, because the people are resilient. They will figure it out. If we look to Ukraine and the Ukraine-Russia war, in Ukraine, they get bombed and missiled and droned every single day. Schools are open, courts are open, people are getting issued driver's licenses. It's people get used to a new normal, and we need to be careful that we don't pressure Iran in such a way that they get used to a bad economy and adjust and pivot.
Right. A lot of their officers and military personnel reportedly aren't getting paid. Meanwhile, I just mentioned the concerns about U.S. stockpiles. I mean, the American military might on full display, and we've got deep stockpiles. But do you share in the concern that the longer this goes, the more it depletes?
Obviously, we have supplies, and our technology takes time to make. That's the benefit of the cheap drone war versus the expensive drone war. A Reaper is millions of dollars. A Shahed drone is thousands of dollars. So and they're very technical, right? They're very technical. Our munitions tend to be very technical. That said, I'm not sweating it too much. I think we'll be fine. We definitely have a very, very, very strong industrial base. We have a very strong defense industrial base, and we've taken out most of Iran's industrial base. So their ability to reconstitute sophisticated weapons is severely degraded. They'll be able to do the cheap stuff, and the question is what will win? This is not a game of Farkle where people are throwing dice. People do go bananas over these things. We need to be very strategic about this, in opposed to doing this, in opposed to counting how much we've degraded them. We need to really be talking about what kind of stimulation and pressure will they react to. If I'm playing baseball and they're playing football, and I only care about touchdowns and they only care about home runs, if I say we did 25 touchdowns, it doesn't really help the situation a whole lot. We need to fight this war the way they understand it, in such a way that they come to the table, because the reality is this has to end somehow. It just does. It cannot go on in perpetuity.
Yeah, agreed. All right, Bryan, good to talk to you as always. Thanks for the time.
Thanks so much.
Let's go back to Washington now. We are tracking the situation at the Pentagon with an apparent air quality issue and